welcome back to my channel, Lady in Yellow Tarot. I'm Marcy, and I'm here to give you some Mercury and Pisces, Mercury Retrograde and Pisces readings. So the biggest thing I hear all the time is, why is this happening to me during Mercury Retrograde? Why me? Why? And the thing is that Mercury is the planet of communication, so when it's going retrograde, it's going to go backwards. So anything that was going forward is going to go backwards, and then you're like, why is this happening? And it's just like amplified energy of like weird random shenanigans that make no sense. And so for you Libra specifically, it's going to be affecting us. So for those who don't know the astrology, there's houses, okay? And each house represents something, right? So an area of your life. So for you Libra as a collective, it's going to affect your 6th house, also known as the house of health, work, service, diet, nutrition, can also represent your co-workers, pets, volunteering, also medical tests, as I mentioned, health earlier. So I'm here to kind of give you some guidance to see what to kind of expect during this time. And if it's already Mercury retrograde, I'm trying to give you some insight as to why it's happening to you. Okay, so let's go with this right now. So let's see what we got. So let me just kind of see what the collective energy is I'm getting from you guys. I'm sensing a lot of strength energy, that you're all holding it together. You're trying really hard to stay balanced and harmonious. I'm definitely feeling a lot of pressure onto my heart. A lot of burden is coming down on me. So I'm not sure if some of you are having heart problems, but because I did mention health, but I'm definitely sensing a lot of stress and a lot of burden and holding it together energy. Okay, so let me just get these cards. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, so first and foremost, we have the 10 of Wands as what was happening to before the retrograde started, and this is kind of like the shadow period, so like the week leading up to it. And then here it is. Here's the burden card. Here's everything I was sensing already that need to hold it together. All this burden, you taking on all these responsibilities, whether you like it or not. You're handling it like a boss. And then from there, the way you prepared for it is through the Ace of Wands. So now we have this other responsibility, and now you're thinking, oh well, I have this new fire and I can just light these up right here and then they'll be okay. I don't know, Libra, like adding on more responsibility, new ignition to kind of get this fire going, I'm not so sure. I don't know if that was the best decision for you. And then we have, this is what's going to be happening to you right now during retrograde, is the Ace of Pentacles. So you're trying to start a new business venture, new job, maybe that you're hoping that will fix these problems. So here it is. Now we have this Ace of Wands, and now we have this Ace of Pentacles, and you're like, oh well, I'll just plant this seed and we'll be okay. So you're very much convincing yourself we'll be okay, okay. And then how you're dealing with it is, how to deal with it is through the 10 of Cups. So you think, okay, so wow, really interesting. So we got 2 10s and 2 aces here, okay? So we got the 2 10s and then 2 aces, okay? So you're over here like, oh, it's okay, I got this burden, I'm holding it together, let's just add another stick to it. And then right now during retrograde, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna plant this seed here, and you're dealing with it because it's gonna make my family happy, because you're being of service to your family, and also being of service to work. You think, oh, it's okay, this is just gonna make my family happy because I'm bringing in more money, because you're planting this seed to make more money. And then the thing is that you're not really acknowledging that this stuff is being piled up to you to teach you a lesson, that you need to take a step back, Libra. Take a step back and remove the energy, but instead you're just letting it pile on. And then deep down inside, you're like, why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve this? And now your health is taking a hit. You're not on top of your diet and nutrition. You're eating like crap. I'm seeing a bunch of you up until 2 a.m. working your ass off for your work, and like, oh, I have to finish this, budget cut, whatever it is that you're doing, and you're eating Taco Bell. Instead of eating like a normal person, like the nice, healthy meals, now you're finding yourself eating a lot of fast food and a lot of, processed food, and your body is like, I don't like this. So, okay, so then let's see what else is happening. So now we have this is going to happen after the retrograde, the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so this is you enjoying the fruits of your labor. So yes, I just said, okay, you're taking on all this responsibility. You're taking on extra responsibility on top of the other responsibility. You're doing this because you think this is going to be the best for your family. You know, if you have kids and stuff. If you are single, then you're just thinking about the future. Like, this is going to be good for my career, so then I can keep going forward and have, you know, I can take care of a potential family. So you're very focused on that, like, and being of service, and also, or, you know, you want to help your parents, you know, that also is what I'm hearing. Also, just quick side note, because I'm just hearing this right now. If you are experiencing health issues during this time, this is not the right time for you to see a doctor, because any medical tests that happen during this time may not be accurate for you, and you need time for things to develop more. I know that's messed up, but maybe, because I know one time I went to the doctor and I had just something, but then I went like the next week and it was actually pneumonia. So when I went, the pneumonia was still not detectable, but it was a week later. Okay, so you might go too prematurely to the office and they won't find anything wrong with you. So hold off on taking any medical tests. Okay, so I'm just hearing that right now. Okay, so the aftermath, though, is the Seven of Pentacles. So here you are, like, oh, I just took on all this burden. I'm doing it for my family, and you're gonna be enjoying it from it. So just keep in mind, though, that it is gonna take a toll on your health, though. I'm really feeling that, and I don't typically read for health, but I feel like because it's in your 6th house, the house of health. I think it's going to affect your diet and nutrition, which is in default is going to affect your health. But then you'll be able to kind of enjoy some of the aftermath. Maybe some of the burden will lift after that. And then the lesson outcome is you are going to be in the Four of Swords energy, which is like you needing a deep, desperate need for mental break after all of that. So maybe everything's just piling up, and maybe that's why you're like, why is this happening to me? But I think it's because everything has to pile up that way, because you need to figure out your priorities. You need to figure out, like, you know, the power of no. You know, everything's just piled up. And also this could indicate too, because I mentioned volunteering, this could also indicate too, like, just a piling of volunteering, or you're volunteering too much of your time and you're not getting paid, but you're convincing yourself that if you do all this volunteering that it'll be worth it. And it almost sounds like it might be. So just keep that in mind too, that anything you're volunteering for is actually going to be good for you in the long run, but then you're desperately going to need a mental break. Okay, so then from there, just so you know, the same day that the Mercury retrograde ends, which is March 9th, is the same exact day the full moon is happening. So I decided I'm going to pull some full moon cards and see what's going to be illuminated for you during this time. So let's see what's being illuminated for the Libras during the full moon on March 9th, which is the same time that Mercury retrograde ends, which is just crazy energy, you know? Okay, so confidence is key to your success. So what's going to be illuminated for you, Libra, is confidence. You're going to be like, you know what? I handled all of this and then some, and I held on to my strength, which is such a Leo trait, you know? And you are going to be feeling so much more confident afterwards. So maybe that's why Mercury retrograde is doing it. Is like, can you really handle all this pressure and burden, Libra? I mean, how bad do you want this, Libra? So think about it that way. That's what Mercury retrograde is making you understand. Do you really want to go through all this for this? You know, and what's gonna happen is you'll be like, dang, I handle it like a boss. Look at me, I can handle it. You're gonna learn that through Mercury retrograde, is that you can handle all these things that are being thrown at you. So think about it that way, okay? And then last but not least, I'm going to just pull one more card just to see what you should be reflecting on during this time. What should the Libras be reflecting during this time? See? Oh, okay, so reconnect with spirits, Libra. So what that's saying is that during this time, don't forget you might forget to work on your spirituality because you have so much stuff going on. So during this time, reflect on reconnecting with your spirit. Like, talk to your guides, get them, they're gonna ask them for signs that this is the right thing you're doing, and they will. So that's what you should be reflecting on. It's like, hey, ask the universe for signs, and they will give it to you. So to tell you that this is all happening for a reason. Okay, so thank you so much, Libra, for hanging out with me and getting your message for Mercury retrograde. As why is this happening to you? Now you know why. Okay, well, have a good rest of the day, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, bye.